Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to Na'na School. In this series of videos, I'll be teaching you human resource management. You can find the name of the textbook or reference that I'm using in the description box below. In the last video, I talked about training and explained the ADDIE model. The first step is to do the analysis in the model. And one of the methods to do the analysis, especially for current or old employees, is through performance appraisal. In this video, I'll be talking about performance management and appraisal. Performance appraisal is evaluating an employee's current and/or past performance relative to his or her performance standards. The performance appraisal process is a three-step process which involves setting work standards, assessing the employee's actual performance relative to those standards, providing feedback to the employee with the aim of helping him or her to eliminate performance deficiencies or to continue to perform above bar. Why is appraising performance important? Because of the following reasons. Most employers pay, promotion, and retention decisions depends on the employee's appraisal. Appraisal plays a central role in the employer's performance management process. The appraisal lets the manager and subordinate develop a plan for correcting any deficiencies and reinforcing the subordinate's strengths. Appraisals provide an opportunity to review the employee's career plans in light of his or her exhibited strengths and weaknesses. Appraisals enable the supervisor to identify if there is a training need and the remedies required. Who conducts the appraisal? Usually the immediate supervisor is the one responsible for the subordinate's appraisal, and the human resource department serves an advisory role. Sometimes HR department train supervisor and managers on how to do appraisals. Techniques for appraising performance. First, graphic rating scale, a scale that lists a number of traits and a range of performance for each. The employee is then rated by identifying the score that best describes his or her level of performance for each trait. Alternation ranking method. Ranking employees from best to worst on a particular trait, choosing highest then lowest until all are ranked. Paired comparison method. Ranking employees by making a chart of all possible pairs of the employees for each trait and indicating which is the better employee of the pair. Forced distribution method. Similar to grading on a curve, predetermined percentages of rates are placed in various performance categories. Critical incident method. Keeping a record of uncommonly good or undesirable examples of an employee's work-related behavior, reviewing it with the employee at predetermined times. In a perfect world, all employers or supervisors would do fair performance appraisals and have clear goals. But that is not the case in the real world. There are several appraisal problems, such as unclear standards, an appraisal that is too open to interpretation, halo effect. It happens when a supervisor's rating of a subordinate on one trait biases the rating of that person on other traits. A classic example is when someone assumes that a physically attractive individual is likely to also be kind, intelligent, and sociable. Central tendency. A tendency to rate all employees the same way, such as rating them all average. Strictness. The problem that occurs when a supervisor has a tendency to rate all subordinates either high or low. The last thing to note is performance management, which is the continuous process of identifying, measuring, and developing the performance of individuals and teams and aligning their performance with the organization goals. It means continuous interaction and feedback to ensure continuous improvement in the employees and teams' capacity and performance. So to summarize, I have talked about performance appraisal and the process steps. I also talked about appraisal techniques and the errors that might occur in the appraisal process. Lastly, I defined performance management in general. I hope you benefited from this video and understood the concept discussed. If you have questions, don't hesitate to comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and share the video with others so they can benefit too. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video.